Well, friends, who knew that this would be the second video on the channel, right? But here we go. I have a video that I've been recording for you all with my weight loss journey, start to finish. Not that I am near finished, but I have been working on that video and I've got it about halfway recorded. And things are really ramping up seasonally. This is the weird thing I do with my bangs to keep them out of my way when I'm going to curl the rest of my hair, and then I'm like, oh wait, I need to also do my makeup. So you're going to get it all over here on this channel. Things are really ramping up on my main Jamerrill Stewart channel. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I can push my video numbers, like the amount as far as how often I'm publishing. I'm also working on getting my YouTuber Extraordinaire course expanded and updated in some phenomenal ways. And I'm here getting ready to go in my kitchen to film the end of 2 shopping hauls and to get a thumbnail for a 3rd video, and then to take a bunch of food to drop off that's going down to Western North Carolina, picking up a Walmart grocery order so I can take my family folks to an activity tonight. And hey, I don't have time to cook today. I was gonna make a Jell-O salad and that hasn't happened. So here we are. But Walmart, saving my mom a life, is going to provide strawberries and blueberries and blackberries and all of those things. So while I'm here getting ready to go do that work and do that mom stuff, I have a whole conversation I'm having with you in my head, and I'm making notes on my phone, just making notes about all these things I would love to say in this video. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Technology, look, you're getting a get ready with me and deep thoughts with Jamerrill video. So the big thing that has been stirring in me this afternoon, and it's also a phrase that I use and I reference, and I just have shared a little bit here and there, but I'm living out and walking, and maybe I haven't shared enough how something that I'm learning that no one told me to do, it's just intuitive within me, is that since my whole life had just been devastated, been unimaginably devastated, and I did publicly for the first time in 15 months recently share how I'm also a single mom. That's not new. That has been my reality for 15 months, and I'm not going too deep down that rabbit hole, but I am acknowledging my reality in that I have built a big business and a big family and a big life, and I am also a single mom. And with dealing with all of those things and trauma and the list, in dealing with that list of stuff, I have had to figure out how to freaking live, how to find my next breath, and how to do the thing, how to keep going. And so one of the phrases in my head that I talk about often is, I have a little framework of joy. I have this short list of things that brings me joy, that keeps me going, that helps me know the next thing to do. And this list of things helps me know how to take care of myself. These are little hobbies, little self-care focused things that I wasn't doing all the other years of my adult life. And now at 45, I'm like, wait a minute, no one else is going to do this for me. I just got out of a 15-minute Epsom salt bath and it's 3:42 in the afternoon, okay? No one else was going to say, hey, take yourself a hot soak bath, right? Earlier in the day, I got a walk in that was a little over 1.5 miles. I did that while my folks played. It's like 70 degrees in Virginia today in November, and they just were having a great time, and I set my little walking tracker on my watch. I mean, it tracks the steps, but I like it to purposely track the miles extra that I do beyond my regular everyday life. You know, in my regular everyday life, I would get 3,000 to 5,000 steps a day. That's just like mom life. I have to be intentional and on purpose to hit my goal of 10 to 20,000 steps a day. 20,000 has been my goal since July. On days where I don't do that, I try to at least get 10. Now yesterday I got about 7,200 and I was out filming all day and I had other appointments, and that's just the best that I could do. So I have a goal, and this is one of my little framework things that I do for me. I had a goal that I see the pattern that about 5 days out of 7 I'm able to hit that 20,000, and then there's usually about 2 days I'll try to take an intentional rest day, like Sunday. I mean, we went to church. I went to a church dinner. It was a nice day, but I also sat with my feet up in the afternoon for about 3 hours. I watched that new Martha Stewart documentary on Netflix, and I was like, oh, Martha. Okay, did that. And then what else did I do? Well, my steps for the day was less than 2,000. Okay, so that was some intentional rest. And then Monday, I walked, I ran, got my 20,000. Yesterday was 7,200. Today, I'm at just under 12,000, but we still got time. And for my little framework of joy, you know, I might not get back till 10:30 tonight, but I will walk for an hour then if I have to get more steps in. Also, one of the things, well, I've tried adding in some things that I thought I could put on my short list. And hold on here while I look in this little mirror, and those things turned out to be pretty stressful. And I'm learning about my nervous system, and I'm learning how to feel when my body is feeling stressed out. And I'm also learning, okay, wait, I don't have to do that. One of those things I did maybe in the last 8 weeks or so, whenever I got my lab work back in August, that freaked me out, honestly, with my high internal inflammation and that whole list of things. I went and got all natural makeup, and I just thought, you know, with all the things out there trying to get us, I just thought, okay, I can switch to natural makeup. Well, turns out there's a learning curve with natural makeup. All I know, like this Maybelline CoverGirl, I'm a 90s kid. That's all I know is Walmart makeup. And so I had a couple weeks I was trying with the natural makeup. I have the brushes and the primer and all of it, and it was honestly just stressing me out. I didn't know how to fix it up and touch it up as the day goes on. I was feeling stressed, and I was like, you know what, this is not bringing me joy right now. I have had this Walmart makeup for all these years, and if it is trying to kill me, I just can't fight this battle right now. So doing what I can there. So I was like, after a few weeks, I just put it back. It's in a bag, it's up here looking at me. I'm not letting it judge me, because what I told myself is, you know what, again, I've been wearing that makeup for 30 years pretty much, and I'm still here. I don't think the makeup is my problem right now, so I'm not going to tackle that. Another thing I tried to add in that was stressing me out was I need to, doctor recommended, I'm supposed to do an elimination diet and pretty much do the Lion's diet for a season and then add in food items one by one. Well, I've done that for a good 8 to 10 weeks. It's just felt like insanity level for me. I think my teen boys might be laughing at me through the wall. This is what it's like in my house, haha. But insanity level stress. I just thought, you know what? I've lost 64 pounds on my own. I mean, I do go up and down like the same 4 to 6 pounds, but I've lost 64 pounds on my own. I was 210, and the lowest I've been has been 146, and then I'll go from that 146. Right now I'm going from pretty much 147 to 151, just kind of back and forth, but it'll range all the way from 153 to 146. And lots of people have said, well, that's the inflammation. Probably so, but you know what? My body has done an incredible amount. I mean, this time last year I wasn't even a runner yet, and now I've run, I don't know, have I run a dozen 5Ks? Me and Forrest Gump, we're running, right? And walking and getting those steps in, and it just feels so good in my body when I get that movement. And so the things that have tried to come in my life that have been more stressful, I've been able to say, okay, elimination diet, switch into natural makeup. I can't do that right now. Okay, we can say no. I share my story because this is what I have. This is what I have to share with you, is this journey and these experiences. And I have heard from women who, as they've watched my running journey, as they've watched my weight loss, as they've watched me just do whatever this is I'm doing, working through this healing and all of that, they've just told me that they've been encouraged and that they're finding hope. I'm hearing from people who, you know, are walking for 10 minutes and they're not walkers, or they're walking for a mile, or they're trying to get in 10,000 steps a day. You know, I'm hearing from even whole families where they're trying to reach a step goal every day because I've shared this journey, and it's inspiring. So take from it what you will. And I also say, you know, I don't have a normal mom life. I am not a 100%, I don't even know all my right language for this. Because when I say I'm not just a stay-at-home mom, I mean, I would love to be a 100% focused stay-at-home mom. And I have had a few short seasons where I've kind of felt like that's what I was doing. But mostly I've been either working full-time as a charge nurse or building a massive online business 13 years ago now. You know, built online businesses, sold them, built on YouTube after that. That's a whole other video, Q&A, questions, talking series we can do. But I've always been working, either running a business from within the home or working outside of the home. My over 2 decades into motherhood. So I feel like, though, some of the moms who watch me and who want tips or who I'll get messages from, you know, they're home with maybe 4 to 6 younger kids, and, you know, they have a husband that works outside the home, and maybe they're homesteading, maybe they're not, and they're asking me, you know, well, how can we get more steps in? How can we get more running in? Or, you know, where are your children when you do this? Or those kind of questions. And I just say, you know, everything that I have to share is from the perspective of I am a woman who has been through unimaginably hard things, which feels isolating. And so as women, it feels isolating when we just are going through the unimaginable, and it seems like everybody is a happy homemaking stay-at-home mom, and that's just not our life, not my life. Some of the stories that I'm sharing with you, and the stories and tips and help and encouragement and conversation I'm hosting over here is, again, from the perspective of a hurting and healing woman. Okay, that's the steam mop going. That's a teenager running that steam mop. Thank you. So some of my framework that I share, your mileage may vary. Okay, may or may not apply. So the framework that I have been able to build over this past 15 months, again, is a short list. And now I was trying, you know, back in my old life, back my old self, you know, 2016 Jamerrill, 2000, well, all the other years. That's why I love that first Trim Healthy Mama book so much, the thick phone book one, because that was in a time where I had built like my massive blog. You know, it was a full-time business, and financially that was great, and I was juggling homeschooling all the kids, doing a lot of things as a single mom anyway, running this full-time business and trying to hire help, not hiring help in the house, but I would have if I could have. I tried to hire a mother's helper. I tried to get help within the home. But anyway, hiring help within my business and all those things. And back then, I was trying to do things like go to bed a little early and write in my journal a little bit and read a book in the evening. And what's pitiful when I go back through all my journals through all those years, it is me doing so many different schedule configurations, always trying. And some folks would be like, well, you should burn your business to the ground. Well, you know, I prayed for God to give me grocery money through my blogging hobby, and He did, and it exploded, and it was like drinking from a fire hydrant. And it has been a blessing, and I honestly feel like, if anything, that blessing is helping me. Not that it solves all my problems, but it's helping me be able to take care of my children now, and that's a blessing. Or I would be working full-time, you know, 70 hours or whatever outside the week as a nurse, which is also an option. But anyway, I'm just saying, I tried. You know, even back, I remember at the Forest House, and I shared a picture on Instagram, I was trying to be a runner. I downloaded the Couch to 5K app. And even at the Forest House, I remember, I found this in my journal recently. I like to go back through my journals and remember who I was and what I was doing and why I was doing it. And one of the things in the journal that I wrote 2018-ish was how I wanted to get more camping gear and I wanted to start going camping. And so I am really proud of me and us for being campers now. Like, it's official. We've done 3 big family camping trips, and I've got a camping trip scheduled April through October 2025. So again, like I love to say, I'm proud of us. We're doing it. For this framework, now that I've said my disclaimers and let you know that your mileage may vary, one of the very first things, and I'll just, you know, continue to shout this from the rooftops, one of the very first things I walked into in building my new life is walking. I had to walk. It was intuitive. No one said, no therapist said, go walk for 3 hours a day. It was like, in my body, it was just very much, I have to move. I have to get moving. And I had to process. And I'm so thankful. I mean, I believe the Holy Spirit guided me to walk. And I started walking. And that wore me down enough. You know, I could walk 3 to 4 hours a day. That wore me down enough to get a hot Epsom salt bath at night. And I know I've just shared that again and again and again, but I think that saved my life. Being able to walk process. You know, I would have the same worship song I would listen to again and again and again, or I would pray, or I would bawl. I mean, I would just, you know, disassociate any way I could, but I moved my body and those endorphins felt good and I needed them. And then after that, I would have that hot Epsom salt bath, and then I was able to sleep at night. My goodness, if I couldn't have slept, I don't know how I would have barely functioned like how I was able to. And so that's how I started the walking. I've done TikToks on it. There's IG Reels. I've shared about it in many videos, and I'll link those. I'll try to link all those down to you down in the description below, because my weight loss video from start to finish, I sat, you know, real nice, not here with my breaking down chicken shower curtain. I'm going to sit and I'm going to finish filming that hopefully tomorrow. I've been saying that every day. But again, this framework of joy. And whenever I see my mental health, you know, going in the toilet, feeling sad, feeling our feelings, feeling all of those things, I do believe you have to feel to heal, especially in my situation, and I will be healing for the rest of my life. Sorry, this will get a little wonky here as I find the bangs. Within all of that, this is like all the professional hair people are like, Jamerrill, what are you doing? But framework though, and I see this even now. If I have times where I can just tell I'm not taking care of myself how I should. And so I look at this little joy framework. Am I walking? Am I moving my body? Another thing I've always done, I've mentioned I've always been a journaler, but I'm journaling a lot more. I mean, some days I'll journal for an hour or two. And that doesn't mean it's right in the middle of my school day with my kids, you know. But this morning I sat, had my coffee, and I journaled before anybody got up. I don't have a dozen babies, and I have to take care of myself. So walking, journaling, and then running. I started running in November, and also I have learned to love dry shampoo. That has been a thing, even though I don't always have it slathered on properly. I do love me some dry shampoo since running has entered my life. And then also, I just can talk about it all day long, eating on that Trim Healthy Mama plan. So I got a few stray hairs, and I hate to clip them in front of you, but I just might have to, because no, I'll be in trouble. I'll be in trouble with myself. Let's see if I can get these out of here. So anyway, eating on the Trim Healthy Mama plan, and that's why, and I've been sharing this in videos on my main channel, I just can't do the elimination diet right now, because I don't think it's good for me to do that if it causes me more stress than what I already have going on in life, you know? I think the stuff happening in my life is what's causing the stress, and I should not. This is me prescribing for myself, because ultimately, you know, the only one who's going to say, hey, Jamerrill, take that bath, or Jamerrill, get your run in, it's ultimately me, myself, and I that's going to get that done. And now we're to the part of the hair segment where I'm just not going to touch it no more. Hey friends, we are back. Same hair, same lady, different day. But look at me, I'm doing a video for you for my new channel. We're doing it. I'm proud of us. So continuing to talk about my framework of joy and learning to take care of myself, learning to do things for myself and glue myself together, which I have not done for decades. And so again, finding my next breath and how to freaking live, right? How to freaking live when everything falls apart. And then there's this little short list of things I have to grow and rebuild from. So we've established the walking and the running and eating on the Trim Healthy Mama plan. The base, I mean, I guess in some ways that's a pitiful little list, but it gives me a lot of joy. And there's some other things I do and enjoy. I also mentioned journaling. I come back to that. Also audiobooks. I have probably at some point this summer, I decided to start listening through the Anna Green Gables series again. I've read that to my children multiple times, but it's been a few years. And so, let's see if I can spray my eyebrow and my eyeball with hairspray. Just something for myself is listening to good fiction again. So I listened to Anna Green Gables and Anna Avonlea and Anne of the Island, and I'm all the way to Anne of Ingleside. That is something enjoyable I've been doing over the last 3 months. Some days I might listen for an hour. Other days it might be 10 minutes. Even last night I was on my way back home and I had probably 7 minutes and I listened to part of another chapter, and it's just something for myself, like as if my one life matters and as if the Lord cares for me and my well-being. And as mom and as women and as so many different titles that we have, there is a losing of ourself that is common to motherhood and womanhood. And we are told and encouraged from a lot of different sources that this is our sacrificial life. In my own experience, what I am walking out is when your whole life flatlines, you're rebuilding and no one is going to save you, so you have to save yourself. Insert woman in whatever the hard situation is. So I have been on a journey of saving myself, saving my children's mother, and me pouring myself like an offering into the lives of other people, sacrificially, continually, and as the saying goes, not putting on my oxygen mask first doesn't help anybody. And so I've had to learn that it's actually okay to do things for myself and to care for myself. And how Natalie Huffman says, and I appreciate this so much, how to save the girl who has my own name. And so I'm still walking out a lot of this journey, and I'm still figuring things out and learning things and healing and sharing what I can and how I can. I got a little fly above my head there. That's okay. Per our country life normal. Also, clear mascara, ladies, for the flyaways. It's a thing. And when I talk about all of these things, everything that I build this framework on, I still have my personal relationship with Jesus, and He is the glue that holds me together and guides me through. I have a lot of questions about things, but I also know that He's big enough and He's not scared of my questions, and that's also okay. And so what I've had to learn to do in my own heart experience is look for the little things that I can hook a little cat claw in. I just think of a cat, like, if they get their claw in a little hand towel or something, and that's what I do as far as joy. What little thing can I hook onto? What brings me some joy? What helps me take care of myself? Those are the things I need to do more of. Like in the last 15 months, I've been hiking, I've been camping, I've been listening to audiobooks, I've been walking extensively, I've been running. I signed up for and I ran a lot of group races, and I have many more coming. I've got 2 more coming for 2024, and then a bunch of them that I'm signed up for 2025. Now within that, I personally have run a 10K on my property a few times, but I have not run any group 10Ks. I did, because of my ENFP personality, I signed up for some 10Ks and a half marathon, and I had all those goals for 2024, but with other things I was juggling, other things I was walking out, and again, stress levels, all the things all the time, I took a step back and I was like, okay, I'm going to continue to run. I'm going to continue to run my 5Ks well. I will progress. It doesn't have to be in 2024. I became a runner end of 2023. Let's finish out 2024 doing these 5Ks well. And also along with that too, just continuing to know that the Lord is big enough. Many times my prayer is just saying, Lord. And I know that He hears me, and I know verses that people have spoken to me that I have been walking out is, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and that He carries our burdens. And there's a lot more I can and probably will dissect and share about that journey at some point. But just right now, I'm fine with being glued together on a certain level, with having these basic things that bring me joy, with knowing that Jesus loves me and He's not mad at me. I know that fueling my body helps me feel well. It's been almost 4 years now that I've been sugar-free and free of a lot of things. Even though I can't do the full elimination diet and only eat cow hooves right now, I have eliminated a lot over 4 years. There's more that I can continue to eliminate and move forward on, but it just doesn't have to all be right now. This very small, fragile joy framework that I have on moving my body, eating well, taking care of my soul, listening to some Anna Green Gables, looking at the stars, hiking in the mountains, those things that bring me joy right now and facilitate peace and kindness to my one life are very, very important. I hope that me sharing these little slivers of encouragement from what I'm walking out on my own delicate journey help you wherever you find yourself in yours. Again, the heart of this new channel is Hope with Jamerrill. I want to share hope and encouragement for other humans who are hurting, because no matter where we are located in this world, I'm in contact with a lot of people who are hurting and grieving every day. And I am as well, in different ways and different levels. So if there's any little ray of sunshine, little ray of hope, even the reminder of, hey, can you get some sunshine today? Can you drink some water? Can you walk for 15 minutes? Is there an audiobook that you could listen to that would bless your soul and your emotions? If all you can pray today is, Lord, but that's so powerful. You know, that one word, it makes me want to cry. That one word, you know, Lord, He hears me, He's with me, He hurts with me. Just knowing that brings me great comfort. So thank you for getting ready with me 2 days in a row. I appreciate you. Thank you for all your support over here with my new channel. I am going to film the rest of that weight loss story from start to finish. Fingers crossed today it's going to happen, and that should be an up and coming video on this channel as well. My big plan with this channel was to get it going. Look, we did it. Got my first video out. Thank you for your support with that. Hey, here's the next one. Look at us. Like I just can't say it enough. I'm proud of us. We're doing it. I'm working on the expansion and relaunching my YouTuber Extraordinaire course. If you are interested in learning how to be a successful business mama, especially focusing on YouTube, you can go to largefamilytable.com/YouTube and sign up for the wait list for YouTuber Extraordinaire, because that is the other thing I'm putting my time into right now to really get that out there well, to help as many mamas who want to get going on YouTube as well, plus teaching them how to build businesses with it too. So I just, again, appreciate all of your support and encouragement. And I will see you real soon with another new video. My goal with this new channel is to have 1 new video a week. You know, in a year, that would be 52 videos. And we could be here a year from now in almost December 2025, and I could say, hey, look, we did that. We've got 52 videos. And I will have a library built on this channel of hope and encouragement for hard places, which is my heart. And I'm sure, as I've seen my journey, as I've walked it out online, I guess 14 years now or so, I've seen how when I get into something and I then learn to find my voice with it. So I do think I will find my voice with this new channel, and you'll be part of that journey with me. And I appreciate you, and I'll talk with you in those comments below. Bye-bye.